not volunteering myself. That would be a bad idea.
I can lead, or you can lead, whatever.
I doth not care. I will warn you, I did not get 12, 15, or 18.
Well,
I had made it to 14. So
I think we're all around the same
that's
spot.
Cool. All right. Let's go over that. Where is it? There it is. Can you guys see my screen? Cool. All right. These are the answers I got. So on and so forth. Question, which of the following statements is correct? I got B, the percentage change in the CPI is a measure of the inflation rate, but the percentage change in the GDP deflator is not a measure of the inflation rate. Yay, nay?
I got A.
CPI can be used to compare dollar figures from different points in time.
I was very confused.
Can I?
There's a book.
Let's see. But I guess that my answer, it doesn't really matter because it just takes the prices and stuff like that. But I don't know if it takes the CPI numbers.
The percentage change in the CPI. Well, I know the first part of B is correct. I don't know about the second part.
But this percentage change in the deflator is not a measure of the inflation rate. Because I know you can use the deflator to measure the inflation rate, so that's why I knocked that one out.
Both the GDP, deflator, and the CPI gauge. And so that can be inflation. So it's not B.
Okay.
I thought CPI is specifically for the basket case, meaning for a yearly basis, though.
And it's also specifically for consumers as well.
Oh, I'm thinking of it wrong. Think of the examples from like the 1920s or whatever. What do you use? You use a CPI. So that's, yeah.
That's why I picked it. Because we used a lot of examples of using the different prices for things.
Yep, I understand. Okay, A is where I'm going with that then. Number 2, the term inflation used to describe a situation in which I got A.
A.
Perfect.
Same.
All right. 3, in the basket of goods that is used to compute the consumer price index, which of the following categories of consumer spending is the smallest? Apparel.
D.
Same.
D.
Yep.
People do not spend a lot on clothes, apparently.
Apparently not.
I would like to spend more.
Prime example.
Exactly. All right. Changes in the quality of a good. I got D, can lead to either an increase or a decrease in the value of $1.
Same.
Perfect. 5. Do you have a question?
I didn't understand how to calculate 5.
5. So it's really just if it increased 10%, then it went up 10% in total.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That is stupid.
I was overthinking it for a long time.
That's usually what I do, so I'm glad I'm not alone. But I got C too, so.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, and then 6, for an imaginary economy, the value of the consumer price index was 140 in 2013, and the inflation rate was 5% between 2013 and 2014. The consumer price index in 2014 was, I got B.
B.
Perfect. All right. 7 is just the formula for CPI. I think it was C, right?
I got B.
Oh, I got B too.
There's no subtraction needed. It's just division.
Something different?
No.
What am I thinking of?
You might be thinking of all the different types of like the inflation rates and stuff like that. You would subtract like year 2 minus year 1 and stuff like that.
Yeah, so, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what number was that? 7?
Yep. It's B.
Yeah.
8. I got the inflation rate as a 10.03% 2009 and 17.43% 2010.
Yes.
Perfect. 9 if the price index was 90 in 1 year, 1100 in year 2, 95 in year 3. Then the economy experience, I put D, 11.1% inflation between years 1 and 2, and 5% deflation between years 2 and 3.
Same.
Well, I got B.
Oh.
So it's just measuring the deflation rates. I mean, it's pretty much the same as this, or the inflation deflation, essentially.
Okay.
So you're just applying this rate here.
Yeah.
And so between 90 in year 1100. Wait,
it's 100 in year 2, not 1100.
The number that needs to be divided. I keep saying that. So
like 100 minus 90 divided by 90 times 100 thingy.
Yeah. How did I get 11.1?
I don't know.
I'm confused.
Oh, well, I did the same thing. So where did I go wrong?
11.1.
Oh, you're cutting out. I'm so sorry. So it's the B, the 10% inflation.
Yeah.
It's not 10%. The math.
I did this all in about 15 minutes, so excuse me.
Wait, but if you do the math, 100 minus 90 divided by 90 is 11.1%. So that is correct. So then you just have to figure out if it's inflation or deflation, and so it would be D.
Oh, so you know what I did is I was looking at the in year 1, comma 100 as the number 1100, just because I was in a hurry.
Oh.
So I just didn't do the math very well.
But D, correct number.
I did the math and it works, but now I'm sitting here. I'm like, 90 minus 100 is 10. That's not how you do that.
Again, it is the 11.1%.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. So if I'm in a big hurry, then I do dumb stuff.
Yes, I'm right there with you. 10. I also got D.
I did not answer that one apparently, because I don't remember reading anything about that.
I think it was in the book. People were just talking about, everybody's like, well, there's a whole bunch of bias about this and that, and it may have been the power slides, but
okay.
Yeah.
Then I will trust your judgment on that one. I thought it was D because I didn't remember them saying anything strictly like there is a serious problem, there isn't. So I was gonna go with that one anyways, but anyways.
11. I personally got C, but I wasn't sure about this one.
I thought it was C as well.
Same.
Okay. Perfect.
C makes sense to me.
12. I have no idea where they're getting this.
I think there's graphs in the textbook or on the PowerPoint slide that has that information. That's when I read it, that's what I thought. I just forgot to go back and look at the graphs again because there's no way that they expect us to memorize these numbers. So
or that have to have been alive long enough to know those numbers.
Right. So I think we have to look at the graphs and either one and see which one is correct. I don't think it's supposed to be something we have memorized.
I was very much confused.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's my pretend guard dog.
Perfect.
Wait, is this the graph?
Which?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what is it asking? Hold on.
So one of them is saying that the GDP deflator and the CPI both show high rates of inflation. It's asking like 1970s it has the high rate, then after that in the 80s and so on it has low rates of inflation. It's just kind of at like what the pattern of the inflation rate is.
Great. Well, that's one way to do it.
So it's probably B, maybe.
Sorry, I have a 10-year-old that didn't know that I was in a group meeting.
I vote B.
Okay.
Okay, where were we at? 13? Oh, 12.
12.
Yeah, I think it's B because it has, so in 1970 it spikes up a bit, and then when it gets to 1980, as it goes down into the 80s, both decrease a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking, if that makes sense to anyone else.
In the late 80s and 90s. That makes perfect sense, actually.
Okay.
13, I got C.
I got C.
C?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 14, I also got C.
I think I was a little confused.
I was too. So if you could help me.
You had to write this one down, otherwise it didn't make sense. Essentially, you're just doing backwards from the equations that we already know.
Is it the CPI equation or the real percent rate equation?
CPI.
The CPI equation.
Yeah, and you can use the real interest, but like I don't think it matters that much. I think the percent here is just for the increase in the numbers.
Okay.
If you're going through that, and then with that, you can work backwards with the CPI.
Oh, okay. So you just, because it already says what the CPI is, so 70. So would you compare it to the year 2012 then, as the, like, which one would you use for base year? Like, which one did you use? Did you use 2013 as the base year or 2012?
So it would be, I think it would be 2012 because it would be that formula going incrementally up. Does that make sense? So it'd be 2011, 2012, and then 2012, 2013.
Oh, okay. And then you would just divide it, multiply by 100 kind of thing. Okay.
Cool.
I think I'm going to have to work on that one because I don't totally understand.
I tried doing it in my head. It didn't work out. I had to write it all down.
Divided by 2,000.
Okay, so will you walk that through one more time for me? How you come up with that answer?
So what they're asking for here is the CPI for 2013.
Right.
Essentially, they're saying that 235 is actually wrong. So the nominal interest rate for 2013 is 7.3%. So essentially, you can carry that 7.3% into these numbers here, and it changes these values.
Okay.
And then it would change in lieu with these numbers. It would change all of these numbers as well.
Okay.
Are you multiplying the 7.3% by the 72,000, 76,000? Is that what you mean by carrying it over?
Yeah. So it would be, think of it almost like compounded interest.
Okay.
So it'd be 65,000 times 7.3, and then so on and so forth.
Okay.
But you do have to find inflation as well.
Oh, okay. So then that requires a lot more math than I thought it did.
Yes.
Okay.
Because what is the formula for real interest rate? It's real interest rate equals nominal interest rate. Is it plus or minus?
Minus inflation rate.
Minus that inflation rate, yeah.
Gotcha.
So there is a decent amount of math that goes into that.
Yeah, because I thought it was just using the real percent, the real percent rate formula. And I was doing that, and I'm like, well, this does not make sense. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what did you say you got that for that one?
C.
C. Okay. Oh.
And then 15, I did not understand, even though I should.
I didn't understand what they wanted us to do.
I didn't either.
Because Will's food expenditures are already there for 2009. Why does it matter that it went up $670?
I don't know.
So
I am more than willing to guess on that answer.
yeah, I'm wondering, because one of the questions, when I looked at this question, I'm like, okay, basically you have to figure out everything before you can figure out what the right answer is.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out the CPI for 2011, and then you have to see like what the percentages are and all this stuff. And so I think it just requires a bunch of math, and then you just have to like see which one actually fits.
Yeah.
Which is annoying, but I don't know. Yeah. I might just save that one for later and try to figure out the math.
Same. I just didn't have time to figure that one out.
Right.
Let's skip on to 16 then. 16, I got D.
Today's purchase the same amount of goods. I think I also just skipped this one because it was a math one. I wanted to get as much as I could done.
That's where I get hung up is the math stuff. I get myself.
So this one is actually pretty easy. So if you do 475, which is today's CPI, divided by 95, which is 1955's, it equals 5. And then you just multiply that by 100 because that's the amount of dollars.
And you get the $500.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like this was really easy. I just didn't want to do it. 17, I got A.
Hold on.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I did that wrong.
Did you?
Because they flipped the numbers on me. Oh, they screwed me up. So they're saying today's $100 in purchases.
Oh.
So it'd be 95 divided by 475
times the 100 still.
Times 100.
Oh, then it'd be B.
$20. Ha. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, some of these questions aren't worded very nice. I don't like it.
No, they're not.
It doesn't take very much to confuse me, so it's not nice to try to intentionally do that.
Right. Simple.
Then
I completely bombed that exam this week, by the way. It was ugly. It was so ugly.
I am totally waiting till tomorrow to take that.
I didn't know we could.
Yep, it closes on Tuesdays. It's really weird.
That is weird. I would have totally taken some more time to study.
Uh-huh. Same. But then I would have died, so maybe not. I was already dying.
I probably would have goofed it up anyway, so.
Okay.
So 17, I got C.
Consensus. I got A. But I think you are correct, and I did not read it right.
Ha.
Good job. That's most of the time anyways.
All right, 18, same thing. I was just like, it's like that one. I'm going to skip it for now.
Yep.
Cool. Do that one later. X that out. Black it out. Do whatever you have to do.
Right.
19A.
Okay.
Nominal interest rate is
D.
So nominal interest rate is 4%. So it'd be negative 2.5 equals 4% minus X? Or is it plus X? I can't remember. This is why I got it wrong.
Oh, real percent is negative 2.5 equals 4 minus the inflation rate. I added the inflation rate, added the 2.5 to the 4, and I got the 6.5%.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yes. So is it a plus or a minus for the formula? I can't remember.
It's a minus.
Minus.
Yeah, and I figured since it was already like in the minus, I don't know if it would need to be a negative 6.5. Because I know in math, sometimes that's the thing is you have to put the answer like without the minus. Sometimes you have to make sure it's negative with parentheses, stuff like that. So I just figured it negative 2.5. Oh, wait. Because 4 minus 6.5 equals negative 2.5. But I don't know if you need to put the negative.
I don't know if math has failed us or this book has failed us.
Or if we're just tired.
Because 4% equals negative 2.5 minus and then negative 6.5, but that would mean a plus.
I think you have your numbers the other way around.
Yeah, that one.
It's negative 2.5 equals 4 minus the inflation rate. So
I'm thinking of it wrong. Okay.
So 4 minus 6.5 does equal to negative 2.5.
It's D.
Okay.
I have my numbers mixed around.
Okay.
So it's not negative 6.5. It's positive 6.5.
Well,
correct.
I think it's just basic math, and they won't do that.
Let's hope that.
Okay. I would hope that too.
20, I got D.
I got D.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right. Well, that was fast.
It was with 10 minutes to spare.
That was fairly painless.
Yeah, I like going really fast on these. That's my personal preference.
I appreciate that. I do my best. Sometimes I get hung up on stuff and it takes me way too long.
Alrighty, so
thanks everybody for meeting today. I really appreciate it. I was telling her last week that I have a meeting there's just no way I can get out of. And I would hate to try to I don't know, figure out a time tomorrow between other group meetings and stuff. So this is awesome.
not a problem.
I think I should be good on Tuesdays from now on. If you guys want to kind of plan on that tentatively. Do you guys want to try to do the 4:30-ish thing and maybe get together like over the weekend and make sure that everybody's still good?
And just like email it over the weekend.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, because I'm like Tuesdays I have no class until 6, and then so it's like from 6 on I'm dead. So anytime before then I'm like whatever.
Same. Mine is like 6:30. So as long as I have plenty of time before that, then I'm good too. And that'll give us an extra day to be prepared.
Right.
But I appreciate it a lot. This class is stressing me out.
This is a fun class. Woo.
You should take statistics with it too. It's very good.
No, thanks.
No, I'm taking accounting with it. I don't like it.
Oh, accounting is my only C. I have a feeling these other two classes will be my other C's.
Okay. I say, honestly, if we're able to, I think Mondays might work.
I'm Mondays. It was just like we could never get anyone to get on their emails until like Monday at like 7. I'm like, well,
I'm honestly on my email like 24/7, just because I'm a workaholic. But hey, that's okay.
Oh, good for you. I avoid that like the plague, but it still chases me.
Yep. Okay. I'm cool with Mondays or Tuesdays. Both work for me. I just want a heads up so I can do this stuff on Saturday and get it done before time.
Yes. Well, should we say right now?
Okay.
I mean, what would you prefer, Monday or Tuesday?
I like Monday like 4:30-ish.
Okay.
Monday is great for me just because it just frees up more time where I'm not back-to-back meetings.
Okay. Let's do Monday at 4:30 next week then.
Cool.
Okay. And who are we missing?
I think Judd's
here. She's just muted.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
everybody's here.
Okay, perfect. Well, I guess Judd can let us know over email or something. Maybe I can throw out a reminder or something this weekend to make sure everybody's on the same page.
For Monday. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Great. Well, enjoy the rest of your night.
Yep. See you guys next week. Kind of.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.